Hello and a big welcome to Amaica Live. In a world where leadership meets creativity, today we just don't have a guest in studio. We have somebody who has multiple hats. Call him a film director. Now he's just not saying action in the movies, but he's equally saying action to his community people. Today we are so privileged to be met with a very young visionary leader. I'm your host, Faith Shikanga. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Uko fiti?
Kabisa.
Now introduce yourself to our lovely viewers, even beyond the political banner. Acha tukujue.
Very nice. My name is Webo Inyangala. I come from West Kabaras. I'm a married man. Have children. My fertility rate is proven. I come from West Kabaras, and apart from that, I'm a film director, a stage director, but mostly I love acting. I am an actor. Yeah, this thing is intertwined in all of us.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, one thing people would want to know with your passion for film, what really now inspired you to take a different route of now joining politics? That one inspiration.
Well, on a serious note, I come from a family that is in politics. Okay. That is number one. Not directly, but indirectly. But the first time they were directly in politics was 2022, when my mother became a running mate of Cleophas Malala. Her name is Beatrice Inyangala. So now when she was vying, we discovered that everyone in our family loves politics, but we needed that one person to step out. Basically, she stepped out, and though they didn't attain the ticket of being our governor and deputy governor, but she ended up being the PS Higher Education, which is a good thing, and we celebrate her. Now, a moment has reached where how I found myself desiring to vie is because I was directing a play in Butere Girls with Cleophas Malala, we did directing Echoes of War.
Oh, the famous Echoes of War.
Yeah, so in the process of directing, I would see how the play was not really attacking the government. Nobody knows about the content. I think the government just got goosebumps. But the write-up, we were dealing with fundamental issues that are affecting everybody. High cost of living, corruption, mismanagement of funds, and we needed someone to speak up. So the fact that the play was even stopped from being viewed, it catalyzed a lot of things in us, because they say, sanaa ni kioo cha jamii. We use art to describe the situations that we are going through as a community.
Now, if I can just cut you short and have a backtrack kidogo, you've mentioned that you had no intention to attack the government.
Yes.
But the play came at the very time when demonstrations were at their height. And so people were so quick to relate it with what was happening.
I want to tell you the truth, that you have spoken like somebody who didn't watch the play, and I really understand. If you watched the play, if we want to preach Christ, we must show the devil, and then we must show the Christ healing people, and then we have preached Christ, right? So the play was showing vice, and then people reacting to the vices, and then the government coming in to solve the problems, and then everyone celebrates. Is that attacking the government?
It is not an attack. No one thought it was an attack. It's just that it was the very time when demonstrations, even whatever was happening. I remember the very chance we are being used to was it Vivo? Going on during when they were to perform. It was the long anticipated performance, and people.
It's because the person who was put on the front line as the director of the play was Cleophas Malala.
Yeah.
But if at all that play came out and it is Webo directing it, we would have watched it to the nationals, right?
We would never know.
We would have watched it to the nationals. Why? Because the person to whom much is given, the Bible says, to whom much is given,
much is expected.
Correct. So the fact that we had our senator as on the limelight as the person directing it, the fear of the unknown provoked the reaction that we had there. But that aside, so when we were doing that, we developed a bond between me and, let me call him my political mentor, because it's because of Cleophas that I've developed a desire now to be fully, actively in politics. Because after the play, after the old dramas that we went through, now we have a by-election in Malava, where I come from. And apparently, we, of course, when you have your friends, you walk with them. So we were campaigning together for a candidate we are supporting. Apparently, our sitting MCA was nominated by the government to run for MP. That means it goes without saying, the MCA seat becomes vacant. So that is how I have found myself in active politics. Yes, because we were campaigning for a gentleman called Edgar Busiega, who we eventually again stepped down to support Seth Panyako. But that as it may, the government has picked a gentleman called Mr. Ndakwa, who is my relative also, to vie. So that means that seat becomes vacant. And now that gives us room to, it's space for everyone. For as long as you have a vision for the community, you step in. Yes.
Okay, you being, because you've mentioned the names you've mentioned are names mostly of leaders that most of us are quite acquainted with. So I just want to know, maybe, do you think that the best compeller that has really contributed to you inspiring to be a leader is because of the people you've surrounded yourself with?
Of course, association creates impartation, number one. But in Luya tunasemaga umsambwa. If you have the calling, you know, you can sit around pastors and you don't become a preacher. When I was growing up, I grew around smokers. They used to smoke cigarettes until my parents were worried that I'll become a smoker, and I've never smoked. So it's not really about the environment. It's just that that spirit was in you, and it needed a catalyst. Because when I was in primary, I was a leader. When I went to secondary, I became a dining hall prefect. When I went to Form 5 and 6, I became the chairman. When I went to campus, I became a leader. So you get what I'm saying? So that calling is always there, but everything needs a catalyst.
True.
Yes.
Nice.
So I would say my environment is the catalyst, but not, they can't be the main vision for you to want something.
Now, most of the people, as much as Gen Z has now become a wave, and we've seen several young people getting into the ballot, so I just want to know, maybe, do you think, because most of the young people might shy away from even contesting from certain seats because they feel they might not have the sufficient funds needed? As a young leader, you're very young, you're getting into politics. Do you think that money is really a factor? Because I would ask about your source, but you've told me you are a film director, so of course his source of funds is very clear.
Very clear. But you get what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not, I like saying the naked truth.
Go ahead.
Money is a defining factor in politics. 99.9%. Lucky are those who vie without money and pass. Those are special cases. But you realize, I used to love, I still love this gentleman called P.L.O. Lumumba. You know him?
Of course.
He's very nice. He's an orator, and the man knows how to articulate the issues of the community and Africa at large. He's an activist that I would want to listen to. He's a motivational speaker. He's a man who thrills my life. But you see, this gentleman vied and failed. Why? Because he was not bribing people. He was not giving out handouts. Let's not call it a bribe. After the meeting, he was not giving out the 100 bob.
That people would expect.
Yes. And there's the person who threw him under the bus was not even an orator, but he was giving out the handout. So lucky, we can't miss pointers like this gentleman of East, Mumias East is called who? Peter K. Yeah, he didn't have as much, but he was able to win. There are those special cases. But everybody, in fact now, we are in a country where those also give the biggest offering in church are the holiest.
And they're given the front seats.
Correct. So now my point is, there is I do not want to mention names. I still need my life to 80. But I am just saying, there are people who have monetized politics that immediately after speaking, in fact, I'm right now I'm in the by-elections and I'm seeing things that are weird.
Yeah.
The moment a leader finishes speaking, the crowd goes into a line automatic without being told. They are expecting, oh, tupange bro.
Yeah.
So now you start telling them that you see, I have this vision, please, no, nimekaa hapa kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni, what's my kill?
Yeah.
And I went for a meeting in Malava. We went to attend to fellows, and the fellows told us, if you don't leave us with anything here, if you want to leave, you'll have to leave the windscreen with us.
Where?
So you must have money. In fact, money is the only tool that is making very many people not to buy. So politics is very expensive.
Well, it is sad how somebody with a very clear vision and manifestos might not really be given audience owing to his inability to offer money. Now, one thing, because most of the people claim that yes, people are really embracing young leaders, but there is this mistrust that most of the citizens have created with the leaders, because as a member of the county assembly, you're meant to represent the people. However, some feel once you get that position, I don't know what happened, most of the people feel you might be compromised. Talk to the people of West Kabras. As a leader, will you ever at some point feel you have to represent the people, the interest of your party, and not really the people from the ground?
I want to answer this question this way. There's a young man called Babu Owino. Babu Owino.
Yeah.
Babu Owino represents the interest of the party, that is ODM. At the same time, he's ranked as the best member of parliament who has worked. Sometimes kazi ni tabia ya mtu. A stingy man is a stingy man, whether poor or rich. A generous person is a generous, whether poor or rich. So I wouldn't agree to the fact that people get in and then they change. No, money, power, and women bring out the true character of a man. Money, power, and women. So whatever they see as the end product is actually their character. They never changed. They pretended to get their votes, but now we saw their true colors. That is what has happened to our country since I started getting into knowing politics since 1997. I have seen leaders get into power and they change. They promise their tongues, they have a silver tongue like Jonah in the Bible, but the moment they get to power, now we see their true colors.
Assure us that, just assure and ensure this to the people, that you will not change that power that you so much speak about. I
want to assure the people of West Kabras in this context that we are in a country where people who make promises are bound to be liars. They are known to be liars because those who make most of the promises are the ones who fail to fulfill most of them. So I won't take that route of promises. But I am one person who has desired to see the change that I see in other counties. For example, me, I've lived in Nairobi the better part of my life. I came to Kakamega in 2020. I do traveling theater. I have an organization that does set books. We move around schools. And if you go to Rift Valley, Baringo, barabara ziko na lami, na there are no vehicles there, mahindi inaanikwa kwa barabara. When you go to Central, and I'm not being tribal here, I'm just saying Central is another universe. You go to the deepest of the village, the roads are tarmacked. But here, where I come from, in fact, if we don't bring civilization to where we come from, then West Kabras or even Malava or Kakamega at large becomes a retirement area. Ile scheme yenye mnaenda mnafanya kazi town, when you are nearing your death, you are taken back to Kakamega to go and die. Because as an artist, the biggest challenge we have received was we have the best of artists in Kenya. They come from Western Kenya. But ukiwa Kakamega, the perception is if you're very good, go to Nairobi. That's where your star will glow.
Yeah.
Go to Nairobi. So now it's our mindset that needs to be changed. It's not about the leaders. If we get the leaders who think also that you need to go to Nairobi, then things are hard. But we can bring Nairobi to Kakamega.
Yeah.
I'm not really talking about West Kabaras at large. My drive is not really West Kabaras per se to say, stick it there, focus there. No. My desire is to see the Western region into that civilization. For example, we do not have a theater in Kakamega. If you want to stage a very beautiful play, where do you go to? Kisumu, Eldoret, Nakuru, Mombasa, Nairobi. We do not have a film festival. If you go to Eldoret, I've attended film festivals in Eldoret, in Kisumu. But here, yet the best film producers are Luyas. The best directors, I'm a film director. I'm a film actor. I am currently acting in a program called Lazizi, and my producer is Ruben Odanga. Odanga was a student in Kakamega High School. He comes from Mumias. The best director in film, the man who has won awards, is Gilbert Lukalia. Anatoka hapa Lurambi. But we do not have a film village here. We do not have a theater. There is no that development. So it's not really about West Kabaras. It's about we as Luyas. What are we thinking about ourselves? No wonder people vote as a bloc in all other regions, but when it comes to Luya, we are the most democratic. That's why civilization is not here. But come 2027, Luos will vote a bloc, Kisis will vote a bloc, Kambas will vote a bloc, Mombasa will be a bloc, Central will be a bloc, but Luyas will be very democratic. That's why we are remaining poor. It's high time we spoke one language for once. Democracy will come from our unity, and unity is over the tribe. Then we sit on the table and discuss the issues of our region.
Now, I'm glad you've insisted about poverty, and we know one of the best ways we can actually eradicate poverty is by providing job opportunities, especially to the young people. It's very clear in Western region, job opportunities, Nikitu, it's very scarce. It is something that has not been solved. We cannot even give it like even a 50%. So as a director, a film director, I just want to know, how best do you think you can harness this talent and help this youth monetize if indeed you're given this position?
One thing that I would do is, they say your network is your net worth. One, I will do something called a master class. It's a course. I will bring the best directors, the best producers, the best editors and what, to come and teach our people here. I'm interested in being a videographer. You get what I'm saying? So we go through a class of almost 3 months. This class comes with the graduation of certificates. What? Because, for example, you will find someone is a very good editor but they don't have papers, so they're not recognized. So now you empower them through that course. After that course, short courses, and certify people, you're packaging these fellows for the market. So that now if somebody asks you, are you an anchor? You might be very good. I've discovered you're very eloquent. You did a poem here when you were beginning. But now, nobody knows that. You get what I'm trying to say? So now we package these people to that level. After that, we start shooting our programs here. And then now we partner with the media stations. That's why when I came here, I was very thrilled. Because when we have Amaica here already, for example, this is room for partnership. We do our films. The biggest challenge in Kakamega is you're shooting the film. These people need to be paid. Where are you selling? You get what I'm saying? People don't have the know-how. That's why people keep running to Nairobi. Nairobi has become, in fact, there are better sceneries here. So when you say there are no opportunities, I beg to differ. There are opportunities, but no people to exploit the opportunities. Everyone is crowded in Nairobi.
Okay. So first you would come up with the idea of offering classes.
Yes.
Probably a 3-month course.
And then now when you have developed your own skill now, because now we need to empower this skill. When you have developed the skill, then now you start taking them through the process of practicals. We shoot a film, we shoot a series. But now before you shoot a film and a series, you need to have partners on board. That's why the county government comes in. The biggest fear is that people don't fear knocking doors. But these are human beings in those offices. You get in, sell your idea, agenda properly. And that's why sometimes when I came to Kakamega in 2020, I tried to push for a film. I wanted to do a Kakamega film where we see the rainforest, where we see our bullfighting, where we see our crying stone, where we see our shembeho. It was a very nice film that we wanted to shoot. But the problem is that the people in the offices are too old not to understand that. They don't understand what you're saying. They just think, what exactly are you? I was even telling them we do a very serious launch.
Yeah.
We invite partners from Nairobi. They see this beautiful film. It remained an idea in my head after moving around for almost 6 months.
Do you think, is it that because they don't really understand?
They don't understand.
Or maybe they're just not ready to pump in the money needed?
No, they don't
have fear.
They don't understand because we have our cultural days. We do cultural days here in Western,
yes.
and they pump in 10 million. And for us, we were asking for 5 million to shoot these beautiful sceneries. And for example, forest is at their disposal, the crying stone at their disposal. They are the ones, they need to certify. They don't need to give you any money to get the forest and everything. They need to give it a go ahead. But we never did it. We moved in those offices for almost half a year. They are tossing you, go to the chief officer, go to the tour, this in your tourism. So we rotated in those offices.
So you're always moving around.
Moving around, and everyone is not understanding what you're saying. Yes. Results. So that's why it's high time. Then I chose the other path, get into politics. If they can't do it yourself. Because there is a generation when you're doing journalism, when you're doing theater, wanakwambianga bado mnafanya hii vitu ya kuchekesha. They still don't understand that this is a job. It can be a full-time
They
still want medicine. I get what I'm saying? 8 to 5. So now, when you go to these fellows in that office and try to explain this agenda, bado wanaona wewe unataka kutuchekesha. How kutuchekesha 8 million? So that's why, without fear of ever, come the next election, if my good friend Cleophas decides to stand for governor, I'll vote for him because he's an artist.
Okay.
We will have enough echoes of wars movies to watch.
And we are hoping to have him equally in our show.
Yes.
Now, another thing, how do you think as a director, and I know you've done this for the longest time, how is the reception of art in Kakamega predominantly?
I've been here since 2020. And this is 2025. There's a crazy yearning. People want to do art. But the biggest challenge is our media stations and the ones in Kakamega, media houses.
The ones in Kakamega?
Yes. They want free content. In fact, when you go to them, they tell you, we want to give you a platform. A platform for what? Me, I'm in Netflix.
Okay.
So which platform am I being given? So kuna watu mewaassemble, kuna meals, kuna transportation, kuna locations, kuna editing, kuna camera work, kuna director, kuna editor mwenyewe. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
There is pre-production, production, post-production. This all involves finance. Then you go through this headache and bring it to Amaica, and they give you a platform.
No,
you get what I'm trying to say here?
I am getting you very clearly.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that Amaica we will be an exception.
No, I didn't want to give another example. I don't want to. I said I want to reach 80. So let me not quote other houses. Let me just use this one. They will understand that it's an example.
I think it's because of the interest of art. Because I just feel for the first time the conversation is really deviating, and now I want to just take a drift kidogo. We now move to education. The education sector as a leader. It has been the cry of most parents. They feel that the bursaries being issued, they don't really go to that particular student who is in dire need. Instead, at times, the people who get bursaries are the usual idea of knowing people who know people. The usual Kenyan symptom yenye tuko used to, unajua mtu mwenye anajua mtu. So how different can you, which is the right strategy you can come up with to help equity in issuing of bursaries in West Kabras or even the entire?
Very simple. There's the son of Raila Odinga who once said he does not understand how bursary is given as a parent is given to a parent by the government to pay the money to the government. Why can't the government just pay the kid direct? So what my biggest desire would be, because that will mean changing from the top, But now, since the confusion is from top, it's very easy. When we are looking for votes, say West Kabaras.
Yeah.
West Kabaras is a ward, isn't it? It has 15 polling stations, isn't it?
Yes.
You see now, we have broken the ward to polling stations, isn't it? To cover the whole of West Kabaras.
Yeah.
The same thing, do with bursaries. They have given me bursaries. Go to the polling stations, get a committee in every area. That is 15. 15 covers the whole ward, isn't it?
Yeah.
And tell them to come up with a committee. How ndio wanajua mtu mwenye anahitaji hiyo bursary? Mimi sijui. If the meeting is done in town, I will be fooled. Because sometimes the leaders are good, but the people surrounding the leaders are bad. So go to the village. Huyu ndiye anajua mama ndio huyu anahitaji 10,000, mama yake kwa sababu mtoto mama alikufa, baba alikufa. Huyu bado ako na baba, lakini mama ndiye alikufa, huyu tupe 7. Huyu hawajiwezi wote, tu ndio tunapea 5. It's the village down there. So take it down there.
Okay.
Not up there, so that unachukua nyanya mzee kutoka Mayuge akuje mpaka Kakamega kujifaitia. Why take the fight to them? That becomes a proper solution.
Okay. Now, we are now still on unemployment. You've heard about Nyota. It is something that most youth are really embracing. So I just want to know, maybe as a leader, that program, do you think it will help to ease off the big burden of unemployment?
You know, Nyota is also, there was also another name. Every government comes and changes this. It's the same thing, but different names. The truth of the matter is, kuna watu wata benefit. Me, I always say, if you're doing something and 2 people benefit, that's a score. Not to say that it will solve the problem of unemployment, but if the percentage was 100, it will go down to 95. That's growth. Anything that will make the citizens of this country develop, hata kama watoto 5 ndio watasaidika, it's a go for me.
Okay.
So I support Nyota. Yes.
Now, back to your political journey, we would want to know, that's something everyone will always want to know. Which party do you intend to join when vying?
You see, I am a great follower of a gentleman called Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna, after the demise of Baba, he says, and he keeps saying that Baba got him from the gutter.
Yeah.
Sawa? And he journeyed him through up to where he is right now. So his loyalty was on Baba and the party ODM. And that's where his political star shone. Give credit. Cleophas and I, our age difference is almost 1. He's not very old and I'm not very old, and no one is older. But he's the one who has held my hand and told me, bro, this is the direction. Tutembea na wewe.
Yeah.
Whatever party that gentleman says will take us to heaven is the party that I will work with. Because at the end of the day, it's not the party. It's you. What are you going to do for us? Let me give you an example. Mwai Kibaki did marvelous job. And the party he came with was totally unpopular. So is it the party or is it the person? If it's the party, right now I am in DCP. Because my party leader, my deputy party leader is the one who took me there. Yeah. But you see, there is something called is it unity of opposition or opposition unity? You see, now again, they might come up with a different party. And now again, I will find myself in that party.
It keeps shifting.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is very thoughtful. Now, another thing, it's how at times we have parts in Kakamega that they normally feel a bit marginalized, especially in West Kabaras, that they feel maybe part of them they are marginalized. What would you do to still ensure equity in provision of services? You
see, the moment you are in Western Kenya and you're feeling marginalized, most of the time it's not the person, it's the leaders they have elected. The solution to that is elect leaders who are civilized. watu wenye watu wenye wasemi mimi ni Mwisuha, mimi ni Mkabarasi. In fact, in this by-election I am very disturbed because in this by-election in Malava I have seen things that mimi ni Mkabarasi lakini mimi ni Msonje. Mimi ni Mkabarasi lakini mimi ni Msamu. Yani, what are we talking about?
It is a mutu wetu syndrome. It is in us. Let's face it, Muhesh.
And that is where the problem is. That is why we are stagnant. When Kikuyus decide to speak one language, they get civilization. When Luos, Luos tuko sisi joka, they don't go to that nonsense
of breaking subclans and
sema sisi ni Muluya, nyumba yetu nikisema khutsie ni khutsie. Hakuna mtu anaelewa kitu tofauti. So now the problem is our fail, where we keep failing, and that question is good, but it's a very bad question to me. Why? Because mimi, I really don't care Mwisuha what. I really care mini Muluya. Why? I am tribal to that level. Why? Because we get civilization. For us to partner with a Mukamba, we must first speak one voice. And I'm just speaking with a clean heart, because we have had this argument since high school. In fact, when I was in high school, my friends wa Kikuyu walikuwa nasema sisi tutaongoza mpaka 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
I was once told that of the face. Why? Because hao wanaongeanga lugha moja. Lugha moja even here in Kakamega, the Kikuyus have a very beautiful union that these people, when you are down, they stand with you. But we lawyers, I don't know. Who bewitched us?
Sub-tribes, sub-clans.
Yes, we go to those details. And I wouldn't want to take that route.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Now, as a leader, I just want you to face that camera and talk to West Kabras residents. Tell us about your core manifestos that you'll really dwell on, that you think will transform their lives for the better. Abantu
West Kabras. Should I go to my mother tongue?
Yeah, true. Feel very free.
By the way, I'm shocked we are in Amaica, but we are speaking English.
By all means, unaweza tu ongelesha hata Kiluya hapa tuko.
No, but it's fine. It's fine. People from West Kabras. One, we might or might not go for a by-election because there's a misinterpretation of the Constitution. We are being told that unless our sitting MCA passes this by-election and becomes an MP, if he fails, he continues to be an MCA till 2027. That, as it may, it's upon the interpretation of the Constitution, though Article 99 states clearly that you cannot be an MP vying for an MP and you're still a sitting MCA. So I don't know this mishap. But that, as it may, given an opportunity and we go for a by-election in 2026, because it can't be 2025, there's this grand old fear that is too short a time to the main election, so there will be no job done. One, given an opportunity in 2026 to serve for 1.5 years, I will bring medical camps in our different polling stations, where people just get treatment. In everywhere you go there, we bring small hospitals in every polling station so that our people can be treated for 6 months. Because these partnerships are there, nobody is approaching them. There's USAID, there's what, people just willing to partner so that we can empower the health of our people. Because in Malava, we do not have a working hospital. If you are sick, you have to find transportation from Malava to here in Kakamega. That's why people die along the way. That's why one candidate who was vying to be an MP died, collapsed. But because there is no hospital that is functioning in Malava, they had to find themselves to Kakamega, but before they reached Kakamega, the gentleman died. If we had our hospitals there, this man would have survived. So medical camps. Number 3, we will introduce short courses for masonry, so that hawa tunatafutanga kazi ya mjengo, ukiwa na karatasi, somebody will listen to you, because I know very many fellows who are skilled, but wameenda, when you go kwa mjengo, unaenda experience from the job, but you don't have any papers to show. That is very, very important. And then I talked about bursaries. Bursaries, I will delocalize it so that for 1.5 years, watu wanasoma vizuri. And then finally, if you are talented like me, we must talk about talent. We must think about it. And now that I'm a friend to Omwami Cleophas, and we have his Cleo Cup, I will come, we organize ourselves so that now in fact, this year, next year, and the other year, we fully participate there properly and also bring our talent from Malava to Kakamega and to the world. For 1 year.
Okay.
Yes.
West Kabaras, how would you rate it currently in terms of how the from roads, infrastructure?
Oh God, it's pathetic. In fact, I want to say that sisi ni wale watu tulizaliwa West Kabaras lakini tuliishi Nairobi, tuliishi wapi. It's good to say the truth. It doesn't matter anymore to me, you know. But I've gone to West Kabaras moving around looking for votes, and I am shocked. Kuna mali mnaacha gari mnatembea mguu. Gari haipiti. And yet there are no roads. Hatuna lami. Hatuna lami hata moja. The whole West Kabaras hakuna lami. Hakuna. If anyone anajua mali kuna lami atume message hapa sahi. Hakuna, I can bet. Na hakuna barabara inapita. Funny part, our president came to launch a road in Malava. Inapita, inaingia mpaka West Kabaras, inapita, inatokea mpaka Mumias Road. Hiyo barabara alikuja kalaunchia Mumias huko. Hii bali inatokea Mumias, akailaunch. Watu wanamuadvise wanamdanganya, amekuja ameilaunchia Malava. Launching the same road. Akatoka hapa kaenda Navakholo. Akalaunch the same road. You know, we are not doing politics.
Are we witnessing a launch and a relaunch then?
Hajui. I cannot blame the president. That's why I tell you, sometimes you can have a good leader rotated by people who just misleading you. Sasa akiambiwa Navakholo, it looks a new road. Akipelekwa huko Mumias, it looks a new road. Akiletwa hapa Malava, it's actually a new road.
So
but it's the same road. That road
launched how many times?
3 times.
Now this is quite something, ladies and gentlemen. A road has been launched 3 times.
Politics aside,
there isn't a visit of the president to
this is very emotional. Na hii barabara from childhood imekuwa na the same. In fact, there's a specific hall naweza kupeleka mpaka sasa, nikiwa nursery, nikiwa primary, nikiwa sekondari, shimo iko hapo, kando yake kuna mawe.
Okay.
Haijawahi tolewa mpaka sasa. So I'm wondering if an MCA, that guy is, I respect him. He is the owner of Morgan's, he has hotels in this town. I am wondering how you can be an MC of West Kabaras for 2 terms, usitulete lami hata moja, and you want to be an MP of Malava. No, feelings of politics aside.
No.
Unless politics has become a money-making scheme.
Okay.
But just change 2 lives. Tuweke tu barabara na stima. And this one I'm pushing even to my mother, the PS. After this tenure, let's say you don't go back, utakuwa umetufanyia tulete tu barabara. Bas, hiyo barabara wamelaunch hiyo ya Malava. Bas leo ikuwe na lami mpaka Mumias. Hiyo tu. That's a good thing.
Now the forthcoming elections, because you've really mentioned, and it's clear from your talk, you are not really supporting Ndakwa. So I would want to know your position with the forthcoming elections, by-elections in Malava constituency. We have 2 very common, it's like the contest revolves around the 2.
The truth will always set me free.
Go ahead.
Ndakwa comes from my West Kabaras.
Yeah.
And apparently he's my relative. And he's in UDA.
True.
And Ndakwa as a person is a friend of mine. In fact, in my good moments, I eat in his hotels. In fact, yes. Uko nendanga kula kwa hoteli kama kwetu. But me, I'm supporting Seth Panyako. Because one, I am in DCP. And 2, my good brother, Ndakwa, has been an MCA for 2 terms.
Yeah.
And there are no results. This is not emotional, this is not anything. So I'm wondering what you will do for this 1.5 years if in 2 terms you have not done something in only 15 wards.
Wow. Don't you think your decision is purely compelled with you aligning with the senator, the former senator Cleophas Malala?
My decision is more of productivity.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm supporting to get one. You know, Seth has not led for us to say, wacha tupatie huyu.
Okay. Now, even as we wrap up, I would just want to take
and you know, by this, sorry to cut you short, and you know, if Ndakwa wins, according to the way the constitution is being interpreted, if he wins this by-election, then there is a by-election of an MCA. So in real sense, I'm supposed to be supporting Ndakwa so that he goes and wins, so that I go for this seat.
Your seat remains vacant.
Yeah, so if it's about politics, then I am supporting wrongly.
Okay.
But let him just fail.
Because we have still some uncertainty surrounding his elections. Some do consider him as being ineligible. Though that is a conversation of another day.
I wouldn't nullify a fellow man, but I would say that the person who's really campaigning in West Kabaras is Farouk. In fact, Malava people should be ready to... a poster should come out displaying Farouk as the one...
But you saying Farouk is campaigning, do you mean money is money exchanging hands?
I wish it was only money. There is money. Go there.
Oh.
There is money even media people will get. But you see now Farouk is launching projects and andika pale Honorable Farouk. It simply means yeye ndiye anatafuta kura. Unajua, if I'm supporting you, let me pump money through you. If there's a project coming out, you launch, then tuandike pale Ndakwa. Isn't it? But tuandika Honorable Farouk. Who na anatafuta kura? Yeye.
Mole kana msaidia pengine.
Kama nakusaidia. You are the host of this show.
Nice.
Imagine, I'm the guest. Imagine. So if, assuming everyone knows you are the host, and then I am now become the host, and I start asking you the questions, that's everything. That's where everything is going wrong.
Very true. Now, even as we wrap up, let me just take you back to the film industry, just a bit kidogo before you even wrap up, because we have even people, most of the people who normally tune in are students, people who are even interested to get into the film industry. So most of the people would want to ask, because you might get a very good actor or an actress, wamefika at the national level, they have gone even performed to the president, but after that, what step do you think they normally miss so that their talent is known out there beyond the high school performance?
One, it's not them. The problem is we in the film industry. One,
you don't support them.
No, we have put everything in Nairobi. And you might find some of these people wanatoka huku kwetu, wanatoka Busia.
Western schools do well in festivals.
Akifunga shule, anarudi Busia. So now, how ndio mtu atoke Busia aende Nairobi, I join the film industry? It's a hustle. If you get people's stories, like for me to get into film industry, film has taken me to Nigeria. I was nominated as the best actor in Africa. I went to Nigeria, supporting actor, in Africa. And for me to reach to that level, I had to go to Nairobi. I had to live with a friend of mine in Kawangware. And I used to walk from Kawangware to Jericho for 6 weeks. Unatembea kutoka Ongwaro, unakuja, unapita Yaya Center, unateremka mpaka Tao mguu, unashika Jogoo Road mpaka Jericho. Kwenda na kurudi, because you want to do art. So, some people might think it came on a silver plate, lakini tumehangaika. So, to have, what I would suggest as a leader and as a person in the film is we have media houses even in Kakamega. They should open up the space, but not a platform, because money is involved. Hata kama ni kulipa kidogo, hata kama you'll pay 50,000 for a movie, these people will appreciate. They will start seeing their value. Yes. And by the way, what you pay for, you invest to see returns. The moment we give you a film for free, even you guys will not struggle to get sponsors on board. Why? Because tulipewa bure. But when the media house realizes they are spending 100,000 or 200
to get this film,
it makes sense. So these people, like for me, I really understand them. That's why I came to Kakamega. I tried film, and I'm doing set books. You know why I'm doing set books? Because I will direct set books, I'll go to Kakamega High School, they will pay, you will pay the actors, and you will get your money and go. But now the actors have gotten something. But why shoot a film and then you start explaining to the actors? So if there is a media house that is willing to partner, and we're not asking for 1 billion, we're not asking, we are saying, if I'm doing a 13 episode series and this media house is starting, just give us 100,000 per episode or give us 50,000 per episode. Spend 50 times. This 50, italipa our actors kidogo. By the time if you divide this thing to the editor, to the transport, you realize 50,000 is small amount of money.
You can't think of doing it for mutual... Okay, I'm not saying that because I'm in media. But
speak to me.
You can't do it for mutual benefit. Not pure... Yes, it is a platform. But then if the media house, it's just, starting, it's barely on its feet fully, can you just bring an amount that is very reasonable? And maybe, if you look at the bigger picture, you would want to see where this goes.
I hear you twice. In fact, 3 times. But now the problem is, better a person who calls you, even you want to date a man who the future is bright. Security is important. Lakini nakwambia mimi sina kitu lakini to date. Sina tukae tu. That's what media houses are doing.
What an analogy.
Yes. You won't agree to that, isn't it? But if you're telling me that, dude, you want 200 per episode? No, let's talk. That's different. That's different. I'm open to such talks.
Sawa.
Does that answer your question?
Very profoundly.
Yes.
Now, I could not pick any better way to end this show. To end this show. Before I do it, I'll just give you that in 2 seconds. You can just give us that one reason. Talk to the people of West Cabras. That one reason that makes you an outstanding leader from the other leaders.
Number 1, I am schooled. I have seen problems. I have seen riches. People from West Cabras, the Inyangala's family. Everyone has a perception is wealthy. But I have seen struggles, and all I want is the opportunities that I have gotten in life to go to Uganda, to go to Nigeria, that enlightenment, just to bring it to West Cabras. And not only West Cabras. I don't want to be locked to West Cabras, to Western as a whole.
Now, we couldn't pick a better way to end the show. He's a leader, he's a film director, and today, our lovely viewers, I just feel like I've offered you people a blend of an aspiring leader and a film director. For those who are really yearning to get into the film industry, I hope you've learned 1 thing or 2 things about this industry. I've been your host, Faith Shikanga, and always stay tuned at Amaica TV. Do enjoy the rest of your day.